never understand the things that we want, but you keep coming back. I want love you don't. No. So why are you here? Yeah. I should take it back so that you don't know where my heart is at. Don't want you to know my love is lost. Oh, well, there's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking, wanting you, so I'll say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just say I'll say goodbye. Yeah, don't call me back, just say goodbye. I can change the past, don't wanna complicate things. Maybe if I asked, was any of it real? Was it real? There's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking, wanting you, so I'll say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just
gonna make you climb down, digging deep down to turn out. You say I'm not your kind. Come on, you didn't think I would find out. Pick a side or fade out. Beneath the floorboards, way buried deep down, where
Oh, good afternoon. And you see my little narcissistic setup here? Give me a second. Mm, my narcissism. What's cracking, folks? My name is LaRon Josie with the JSN Live. And happy to be here, man. Happy to be alive. So for the guys who are on here, definitely hit that subscribe, hit that share button, share with anybody. If you want to get on today, just give me a call. Put that number down there. And I appreciate the people for supporting the super chat. Also, the cash app. Yeah. Yeah. So let me know in the comments. Should I keep this set up or should I just because I'm a little narcissist. I want to see myself at all angles of the room. That's what I do. Facts. Yeah, man. So shout out to my boy Swanee on the check-in. Yes. So for the people at work, welcome. Welcome. I got a couple of topics I'm gonna talk about briefly. Man, I tried to go on a night one time, was it last Friday? Ooh, that was a huge mistake. You competing with like Kevin Samuels and Star Report, people going on dates. It was pretty rough, but I enjoyed the broadcast. But I'm a afternoon type of guy. Full show. Yeah, so well before I like to get in slow, man. I'm drinking my coffee, man. Had a good weekend. Oh man, I went down to see my daughter. She was in she go to college in Georgia Southern. And I went there for the weekend, there, family weekend. Got a chance to go to the football game. I didn't know how big that stadium was. I didn't know there was a Division One, so I was pleasantly surprised, if you will. But that was fun. I went out there with my son. We enjoyed it. You know, we'll see what happens. But that was fun. Came back on Sunday. Got a chance to watch the Wax Steelers. Man, I'm so disappointed, man. With Steelers, man. I mean, I go on Swanee G's page, and he kind of give me hope, man. He's very optimistic, and I want to be optimistic about the whole situation. You know what I mean? I want to be because I still believe in Ben. I see all this hate on Ben Roethlisberger. I'm like, man, bruh, he just was 11-0 last year. Like give him some help. See, I don't believe if you put and this is my opinion. I could be totally wrong. You could tell me I'm wrong, but if you put anybody in the situation with the Steelers, they would have the same type of failures. I don't care if it's Tom Brady. If the line ain't gonna protect you, there ain't nothing you could do. People ain't catching the ball. Then I'm seeing on social media where a couple people are saying that. Now I did see Ben throw some bad passes. I did. I saw him throw behind. It was like 3rd and 8. He threw behind one of the receivers. But that pass to Juju. Come on, man. Someone brought it to my attention. Juju didn't run that route. He hesitated. He didn't run the route. He didn't like those are timing routes, man. So that's why if you saw Juju on the sideline, he was throwing his helmet down because he knew he messed up. No accident. He messed up. He slowed down. And that's just my opinion, but other people say otherwise. I don't get the chance to watch all the Steeler games like I really want to. But the way they playing now, I don't know, man. Shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna be watching them. It's hard, man. That's like watching the WNBA. Ooh, ooh. And then I scroll on social media, see what I wanted to talk about. Then there was this page that talk about sports. I forgot what it was called. I think it was like Talking Sports or something. So I scroll down and I see this meme, and it was about the WNBA. and it was saying that the Phoenix Mercury had to leave their arena and play at a college arena, which was a lot smaller arena for Disney on Ice. So I'm sitting there reading these comments like, man, y'all some busters, man. Y'all, the dudes was like, there was beta males out that mug, man, and the women was like, women power, and I'm like, man, really? And then when you say your opinion on social media, it's an opinion, and I might throw some facts in there, you know, history facts. I am like a semi-history buff. There's more people that know way better history than I do, but I'm kind of a history buff, so I'll say, bam, because they always say what nothing new under the sun and this, that, and the other. So I was like, man, look, check these numbers out, bam, and they try to attack your character. They come after you, man. I saw this one chick was like, oh, I hate it was like so indirect shot. So I was like, okay, mother, you know, sucker, mother sucker. She was like, I hate when people try to talk about sports who's not good at it. I was like, do you know me? I don't even know who's about me. But then I just went in. So I wrote this whole long paragraph and stuff like that. And she was like, I mean, I'm saying all these facts, like, which I'm gonna get into in a minute. All these facts, and da 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 da. And I was like, I hate people. Well, I ain't gonna say hate, but I said I don't like people who don't know business. With this woman equality stuff, like they need this, they need no. You get what you deserve. You get what you work out. You get what you negotiate. You know, if no one's watching the WNBA, you can't fault me for that. There's 169 million women. Why ain't y'all supporting the women? How is there 169 million women in the United States, but there's only 10,000 people going to the arena, and you're 50% capacity? You support your own. You always want, man. That pissed me off. I'm like, nobody want to watch that, man. Nobody want to watch the WNBA. Who's watching it? People don't even know the playoffs is on right now. They should be paying me for giving them a shout out. Yeah, man. But anyway, like I said, I appreciate the support. Appreciate the people giving me the cash apps and also um, the super chats. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, if you want to come on, check out the description in the box if you want to chime in on the conversation. Also, if you want to do that, you can definitely give me a call. Hold on one second. Put that number up for you. There you go, right there. So I stopped arguing on Facebook, man. I'm like, look, I ain't gonna argue for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna be calling my mom out her name for free. You gonna have to pay me. Sorry, mom. So that's why I started. That's really why I started this channel during the pandemic, man. I'm actually having some success. Thank you for supporting my channel, watching my videos that I put some work into. I enjoy it, man. So I definitely appreciate the love, and the hate. There's a lot of people hating on it too. So mama, I made it. I might not be staying on here long because it's raining out here. I'm in South Georgia, and my internet's kind of bad right now. But the show must go on, man. The show must go on. Right. So on the banner, topics I'm gonna talk about. Might not get to all of them. Right here, Sage Steele is under fire for comments on Obama and women dress code. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about that. Then you got Jemele Hill. She comes in verbally attacking. Man, I don't really like Jemele Hill, man. I call her one of the sinister six of ESPN. Got to talk like Umar Johnson. One of the sinister six of ESPN. I said again, one of sinister six of ESPN. Now I also enjoyed this, man. I was watching Sunday Night Football. How many people watched that? Hit them like buttons on there if you watched that. Tom Brady back in the Foxborough. Oh man, that was a good game. It was slow, but if you like football, you enjoy it. Especially when it came down to the end. Um, Now Mac Jones, he did very well, man. Somebody told me that quarterbacks from Alabama or just the system players from Alabama don't do well in the NBA. I mean, the NFL, but looks like this guy might be doing well. We'll see. But I liked his throws when he was throwing the ball. He was throwing accurate, and I mean, from what I saw, obviously that was multitasking. But also I want to maybe touch on billionaire investor Mark Cuban slams Elizabeth Warren for demonizing the wealthy. I got a typo there, so I gotta fix that. Demonizing the wealthy. And also, picture goes viral with Urban Meyers dancing with a young lady. Isn't he married? Beta. Hmm. Yeah, he's married, man. I saw the video. I mean, you know, cheating is different these days, man. You can't. I don't. I mean, when people consider that cheating. Can't do that these days, man. You think people don't have everybody's in the media right now. Everybody got a podcast, everybody got a camera phone. Can't do certain things. It's just a different time. I was talking to my son yesterday, and I was like, I think the best generation was the boomers, the boomers too, the ones who were born in the '60s. In my opinion, they're the best group. And this is why I say this. And I was saying this to him the other day. See, I guess I'm considered what? I'm 80, so Generation X, I guess. I mean, why? I don't know. I got to look. But that generation, they were able to have fun and not be crucified for it. There was no cameras. You had, the Michael Jordans. We don't know what this. Right now, he looks like a squeaky clean person because there was no video or audio, nothing going on down there. Mike Tyson, the stuff that Mike Tyson did, he should be under the jail. Let's be honest. But nobody saw it. Two Live Crew, Luke, the stuff that he did in the music industry, he would be under the jail right now. There's so many things that generation, the boomers, got away with that. Let me get that off the screen. That people can't get away with now. And I just feel like, and then there was so many millionaires and billionaires built in the '80s. Like a lot of people like criticized Reagan, the Reagan era, and yeah, there was some wrong stuff going. Yeah, with the Contra War and dropping the drugs um on American soil and setting people up. Yes, but there was a lot of people that made a lot of money. Oprah got rich in the '80s. Bob Johnson, BT. Every Mike you can imagine got rich. Mike Tyson, Mike Jordan, Michael Jackson. It was just a different time, like where you could be big and just be one name, Madonna, and you didn't have all this exposure. See, people don't care about celebrities now. They don't care about celebrities. You see them all the time. Like you go down the line and you be like, they be looking at you like, you gonna ask for my autograph? Nope. Matter of fact, I might get you to sue me. Might come over there and try to do something, but it's just a different time, man. There's no coming back, especially with the social media stuff, man. We can't say anything to anybody. Everybody's so sensitive. Now let me ask you: did anybody watch? Dave Chappelle got a new Netflix special out. I actually watched that today. It was pretty good. I ain't gonna spoil everything on it, but there's one thing that he brought to my attention that makes so much sense. I'm a spoiler alert on that, but he was talking about the baby. How many people know the baby? Rapper. Well, anyway, he got canceled for saying some comments using his freedom of speech, talking about the baby, right? And yeah, so he was using his freedom of speech and said some comments that offended the LBGTQ whatever letters community. And he didn't apologize. He's like, I'm not apologizing. Now I was watching the Star Report. He was saying, look, man, you got to worry about your money, man. Like you got to be a businessman first. But anyway, so he gets canceled. So now at this point, he get like nobody want to touch him. He had all these shows lined up, these festivals where they get a lot of money. Rappers get a lot of money, entertainers in the summer. That's when they recoup all the money that they lost. He got canceled from all of those ones. It's just interesting to me that they would cancel the baby for hurting someone's feelings on um, a tweet or going on stage and somebody recorded something that he feels strongly about. They cancel him for hurting feelings, but they didn't cancel him for killing someone, allegedly. The baby murdered somebody a couple years ago. He murdered another black man. Now, apparently it could have been like self defense. You could look it up, but he murdered somebody. I don't think it hurt me. He murdered somebody. Nobody canceled him for that. But no, you hurt somebody's feelings. Oh, you're done. When I heard that, I was like, wow, this is the world we live in right now. This is the world we live in. It's kind of scary. 90, I remember I heard Deion Sanders say this, and I definitely agree. About 95% of people are followers. Now, those numbers could be less or more, but 95% of people are followers. We just go with whatever. And that's a scary thing, man. So now we have to be like Stepford wives and have to agree with everything that everybody else do. Like, well, I ain't gonna say everybody else do, but like it's certain groups. Because what I know is the person who wins the war get to tell the story. The person who win the battle get to tell the story. A lot of people talk about when the empires was going on and fighting and all this other stuff, and then imperialism happened. Europeans got to tell the story because they won the war. They had the biggest military. Then they said they, you know, did the stuff to the Sphinx and changed all this history because they won the war. Well, right now, feminists, LGBTQ are winning the war. I thought that the fact that civil rights, that movement, it was like, okay, we shall overcome. We need to get to this certain point. But then the other groups act like they were helping and they just went right in front of the line and took over. And then Dave Chappelle was talking about Asian hate with black community. And I wondered, I'm like, why is he pushing this on this show? Why are you pushing it? I had to think. Beta! Then I thought about it. His wife is Asian. Duh. Oh my God. All of a sudden, before you didn't care about what you said because your last one was I forgot what it was called, but you was going on on all these other groups, and now you're trying to make up for it. Now you're pillow talking with your wife, and your wife is like, "Oh, I'm Asian. We got to worry about the Asian community. Oh, because black people's destroying them." Whoever wins the war get to tell the story. So, yeah. So I'm gonna get to it. Give me a second here. So I'm gonna talk about real quick. I'm gonna talk about Sage Steele. Now, I used to watch her. I never really paid attention to her. See, they throw these people in your face like I don't know them. All I know is I used to watch basketball a lot, so I would watch The Jump or something, and these women would be on there. These women never. I mean, they never play sports. They're just a face on there. You know what I mean? And I guess to appeal to black men or white men or whoever, I don't know. I didn't know anything about Sage Steele, but I don't know if you read those quotes. I'm gonna actually put them up on the screen once I'm done with my thing. But hold on one second. Yeah, so I never knew her, but I want to ask questions here. You know, we live in a world of cancel culture. What is cancel culture? You might ask. A lot of people know what it is now because of the modern uh, situations going on. That's a way of getting people to do what they want done. So, cancel culture is a modern form of ostracism in which some is thrust out of social and professional circles, whether it's online or social media or in person. Ostracism was an Athenian democratic procedure in which any citizen could be expelled from the city state of Athens for 10 years. It was used as a way of neutralizing someone thought to be a threat to the state or potential tyrant through, in many cases, popular opinion, often informed the choice regardless. It's funny that all of a sudden now they're using tactics that they used back in those days. Now, the expression of cancel culture has mostly negative connotations and is commonly used in debates or free speech and censorship. I don't know if anybody remember, but there was a 1981 song on the Chick album, "Take It Off," and it included a song that talked about love canceling, and it was like in comparison to a breakup, to comparison to like a TV show. Now, TV is where I was introduced to the word cancel. When shows were losing viewerships, the networks canceled the show. And then in the movie New Jack City, how many people remember New Jack City? Hit that like button. Screenwriter Barry Michael Cooper included a reference to a woman being canceled. That's part of one of my favorite parts in the movie. Cancel that. Beta! He had the champagne on there like that. It was cruel, but it was good. Couldn't do that movie now. Mm. Now, the call out culture has been in use since 2014 as part of the Me Too movement. In March, I think it was 2014, yeah, activist Sui Parks called out an alleged tweet, racist tweet, about Asians. And it was on account of the Colbert Report with Stephen Colbert. I don't know if anybody remember that. And then all of a sudden they start putting out this hashtag cancel Colbert. And then went through Twitter like bananas, like crazy. Now, longtime ESPN Sports Center host Sage Steele is being ripped to pieces right now on social media for questioning how Barack Obama could consider himself black when he has a black father who wasn't in his life. She also spoke on an up and coming female reporter and the way they dressed. and she received criticism because she called those women out. Now, Twitter is attacking her as we speak for the comments she made, and it was for reference. If people want to listen to it, it was on Jay Cutler's podcast. Shout out to Jay Cutler with his trash self. Trash quarterback, trash. Now, Jemele Hill, which I call her Sinister Six of the woke culture. Sinister Six. Got to do the Umar Johnson again. Sinister Six of the woke culture and the ESPN culture. She just single-handedly destroyed ESPN. No one's going to talk about that, but I will. So basically, she responded defending Obama on Twitter. People had issues with the person who is talking and having a platform to speak on their opinion, not the actual message. Most people did not listen to the podcast in entirety, but just listen to clickbaits like we all do, right? So we get all fueled up when we hear something that we didn't hear wrong, but you heard out of content, if you will. Now I listened to the whole podcast, and it wasn't what the media is blowing up, but I'll get to that. One other thing I'm gonna talk about before I go is WNBA. Like I said before, for the people who just got on, I saw somebody on social media. They were arguing about Phoenix Mercury. They had to move their game to another location for Disney on Ice, and they were mad, like, "Oh man, this is not fair." Right? So when I said Phoenix Mercury, some people might say, have a question, who was the Phoenix Mercury? Yeah, no one watches the NBA, WNBA, if you ask me. Well, I'll tell you, the Phoenix Mercury is a NBA team. It's one of the 12 NBA teams that have stars like Skylar Diggins, Smith, Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi. And the game was replaced with Disney on Ice, like I told you. Right? Now, when I was watching this stuff on social media transpire, the feminist women, we call them feminists, they were upset, and they showed all this anger about this issue. Now, I believe that in this capitalist society, you have to earn it. Now, let's look at the facts. Oh, let me take a sip. It's good old coffee. Let's look at the facts here. Now, the Phoenix Mercury had the second best attendance in the WNBA behind the LA Sparks, with attendance of 10,000 on average. Let's give them a round of applause for that. Now, the average person would say, that's great, man. They're doing their thing. Well, let's look a little deeper into the numbers. Now, they play at the Footprint Center, is where the Phoenix Suns play as well. Now, the capacity is 18,420 seats. So let's do the math here. So they play 32 games in the summer. In half of those, you can't fill up the arena, and this is the second best team in that league. So they have an empty seats of 8,400, about 22. Not to mention, Disney owns ESPN and ABC, as we all know. The WNBA games are televised on ESPN2. They can't even make ESPN1 due to the lack of ratings. Bowling gets more ratings than them. I'm just saying, like, we're talking about business here. If you want to stomp with the big dogs, you got to stomp with the big dogs, right? Somebody can't be losing money because you want equality. People out here talking crazy. Like, there was a star on the LA Sparks, and there was a meme. I don't know if she's saying this, but it was a meme. And they're like, yo, and they showed LeBron James and her salary. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Get out of here with that, man.
No respect. They don't get no respect at all.
That's what they said. They said they don't get no respect at all. Right. So they're on, and they're lucky to be on ESPN two. To be honest, I'm pretty sure black college teams get more views than they do. Like when Deion Sanders' team play. Shout out to Jackson State. So they average 755,000 views. The NBA, they average about 5 million, and that's low. Because a lot of people say, "Well, there's so much other things that people are doing." They watch the game on this. I don't believe people going on ESPN. I mean, going on YouTube to watch a clip of a WNBA. Come on now, come on, let's keep it 100. They've been doing this for 20 years. Give me a second here. My other camera went out here. All right, I'm back. NBA been on for 20 something years, man. What are we talking about? WNBA, I mean. They're not marketing it right, you know? I mean, in other countries, they do better. Just stay over in another country. They make those women make millions of dollars playing over there because people enjoy watching women's basketball over there. It's just what it is. Hold on one second here. Got a call coming in or a text. So anyway, the NBA, like I said, they 5 million viewers. Now, America is always about producing the product that consumers want, man. So if the WNBA can't sell out an arena, maybe you can tell me how they deserve it, you know? Um, and they're talented. I'm not saying that they're not talented. I just don't think they're marketing it. They're not marketing right. I don't know. And maybe I mean, because I notice in the music industry, they'll try to market someone, but if you don't do well on that first single, they stop putting money behind you because it's all about money. They don't want to lose money. WNBA, I mean, the NBA is holding them down, you know. But yeah, you had these fools out here talking about, oh man, I, and that's another thing I want to say. I gotta say this before I get into the Steele situation, and I'll be done with it. But see, athletes, man, former athletes, they're all depressed, man. Everybody knows some athletes, man, because they dreamed about making it to the NFL, or they dreamed having this long career, or they dream, and their whole life they always got what they wanted if they were good, if they were early bloomers. I've been around them. They got their members only jackets. Only people talk to them. They get all the women. All the women want them until they mess up their Achilles and then they leave them. Why do you think they lose all their money when they're done? Women can't put up with them anymore, or they were there for the wrong reason. But all they get catered to. I know athletes, man. They didn't even have to go to class, man. They were just sitting there at the AD office, just sitting there stupid. Don't know nothing. And then they have to go to JUCO or something. I know some players right now who's really good, really talented, and they have to go to like JUCO. They're like third year. I'm like, man, you playing 13th grade, bro. Might have to get that up, man. Might have to do something else. They get everything they want. And it's just a matter of time. Cause then you have like I said, like you have the people that was 13, 14, 15 years old, they were good, but then they end up not playing and they drop out of school. Then you got the people who was good in high school. Everybody gave them what they want, but then they ain't get a college offer, and they're back on the block, depressed. I knew a guy who played at Pitt. For people know Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. He was a star player, in high school. Him and this other guy, and I'm not gonna say the names, but they had dreams and aspiration of making to the league. They dominated high school. They won the championship in high school. They get to college. They go to the rival colleges, but they still, communicate and stuff. Now, the one guy who's on this other school did well and ended up going to the NFL. This other guy, he did good, then he got hurt, and there goes the depression. So this is the time, and I'm gonna just talk about the situation. This is when this is at University of Pittsburgh. This is in the '90s. Um, he was the star of the team, but the team wasn't that great. Pitt wasn't that good, but he was he was on a magazine and stuff like that. Then he gets hurt. He was a linebacker. Now, this is when shout out to anybody who remember Miami Heat when they had their dominance. Hit that like button. Do you remember that? If you remember that, go in the comments and say yeah. If you remember the Miami Heat destroying teams. But anyway, there was a thing that Miami did, and I could be wrong about the logistics of it, but let me know what they would do because they wanted speed, they wanted faster people on a position, so they would move the safety to linebacker and move the linebackers to the D line for more quickness. So Pitt tried to do that at that time, and they put the guy after he came off of being hurt and put him on the D line or DN, and he struggled. And he didn't make the NFL. He was depressed. He said he didn't even watch football for years. Years he didn't watch football. He saw his best friend make it to the played on the team, played on the hometown team, Steelers, went to the Super Bowl. He had to watch all this. So athletes get depressed because that's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. They're like, what am I going to do now? I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. You know? Now, Sage, now I listened to the whole thing, man. I listened to the whole podcast with Jake Cutler, and it wasn't as bad as like the social media. That's why you got to watch out for these clips. Anybody can clip your stuff and turn you out to be a bad guy, but a lot of people don't like Sage for her comments. And when she was talking about Obama, it wasn't even that bad. She was just saying she was talking about herself. She was saying that she's biracial and she wants to, I think they're talking about a soccer or something. But she wants to basically say that she's biracial. And then so I think someone asked her, like, what do you do on the census? And she said, I put black and white. And they're like, you can't do that. It was somebody from ESPN saying this. And this is during the woke time of ESPN, Woke Center. And then they said, well, they used a reference. No, it was The View. That's what it was. She was on the View, which I can't stand that show. And they were trying to pressure in, like, well, and it's funny, like white people always want to tell black people what to do. Like, oh, you need to do this. Like they care more than you do on being your blackness. And so they were telling, like, well, you should be on your census. You should be black because you're black. Well, she's like, I have a white mother. She have a white side and a black side. So that's how this all started. And it wasn't even as bad. And then what I respect about what she said is she said, and she clarified it. She said, I'm not saying women get raped because of their decisions or what they do. She said that. I'm gonna probably try to play the clip. Let me see if I can play this clip real quick. Let me find it. But yeah, she didn't say what they're saying about her. Let me a second. Mm. Well, you gotta watch the media, man. They have an agenda. Oh, sure. Pull it up. Hold on. You have to watch what people put out there because it don't be the truth, man. Then everybody jump on it. Uh, well, I have to look for it, but I didn't have it prepared. But anyway, and then Jemele, which I call her Sinister Six of ESPN, Jemele Hill, they single handedly destroyed her. Carrie Champion, they single handedly destroyed that company. Now, I don't know. I mean, they could be saying, women don't get treated right there. I don't know. Maybe that could be true. But what I will say as a consumer, I used to love watching ESPN. You know what I mean? Back in the day, I used to love watching it. I don't know. I mean, hit the one button on the comments if you used to go home and watch the same old highlights. You had Stuart Scott. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. It was a great show. That's all I used to watch, especially for the people who love sports. And then there's a point where it started getting too woke. You have the other Sinister Six. Carrie Champion, and then you had the one girl, I forgot her name, but she just got kicked off the show. She was destroying men. She was to be on the jump. Then they end up getting her because the thing is, the Democrats always eat their own. That's what they do. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can pull this up. Jay Cutler. Let's see if I can get it. But the problem I have is if you don't think like them, then you're the enemy. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to go on this website and they are disappointing me. All right, this is what she said about what they said she said about Obama. I'm gonna play it here. Share. Not playing. All right, let me go to this thing right here. Well, I don't want to play a certain video because everybody have their own agenda, but I ain't have it queued up. Let me get out of here. I want to play somebody else's video. But anyway, that's it. I got to run, but definitely I'm gonna play one of our sponsors real fast. Check this out. Check out one of our sponsors, afjcworldwide.com. That is afjcworldwide.com for our latest apparel, homeware, and drinkware. Definitely get a shirt for your husband, wife, doesn't matter. Again, check out afjcworldwide.com. Yeah, definitely support afjcworldwide.com. Definitely get you some apparel on that as well. Also, appreciate the people for supporting the super chat down there that you see it on the bottom of the screen. And I'm out. I'll talk to you another time.